Well, hello again, and we're back for this to look about right here. We're back for another Saturday night music production stream, and as you might have caught this mysterious blue object behind me here, we're going to attempt to play some acoustic guitar on stream. This is going to be it's going to be interesting. This is something I used to play acoustic a whole lot more than I do now. And a lot of that has to do with just the electric being a whole lot easier to access. So, and again, hi Mega. My channels list just bounces around all over the place. It's quite strange. But at any rate, so not much else to say other than to just sort of hop on over. And yeah, so actually stay over here for just a second, because in order to play this, we're going to need to use a microphone. And I don't feel like setting up a microphone stand, but I also don't necessarily want to just put the thing on my desk. That's not a great way to set it up, so just going to point this down a little bit, or a lot. And so the microphone is going to be handled by my lovely assistant. Here he is. And just hang on to that there, just like that. You're doing good. And then this end goes in here. And then pick up this big hulking thing. There's space. The tuning is a little weird. Well, it's not that strange. I just this is almost standard, but this string is tuned down one note, and that's going to be that's going to make what I'm playing a little easier. Okay, try to get a better view on that. Nope, nope. This thing's not going to... Okay, well, anyway. I'd just like everyone to give a warm hand to Shy Guy for his tireless work. And now, we'll try to get this all set up. This needs to go to... Where's the gain? Turning the wrong one? No, that's the output. Oh, okay. Mic input. This is the one I turn up. Okay. All right, now let's go back over here, bring this down. And we can turn off the webcam mic for a minute. You can kind of hear me through this one. Yeah, it's coming through a little cleaner. And so I've been sort of playing around with this, just this simple little finger picking pattern. So for those unfamiliar with finger picking, it's when you use your fingers as a pick. complicated stuff. But I've been practicing this for like kind of a good 45 minutes before I started getting ready, so I think I got it. I'm going to see how much of this I can get in one go here. And this track here just says sine wave. I'm just going to use that as a metronome because the built-in metronome is too loud and OBS doesn't like it. Okay, that's good, but I want to start again because I just need to warm up a little here. Put in the other earbud, turn up the monitor a little bit. Louder, okay, I can hear that a little clearer now. All right, so we're just going to start that again from the beginning.
Okay. Oh, let's turn the down on the mic a little bit there, back to a comfortable level, which is fine because we're going to be turning this thing off soon anyway. So that's about 4 minutes. That's a reasonable time frame for a song. Let's fix the camera here. So that saves us having to listen to the noise of that. And now we turn off the mic.
And turn that one back on. Okay, just give me a second here to put this stuff, I was gonna say away, but that's not really what I mean. Just leave it right there. And let's all warm hand for, let's all say special thank you for this little guy. He doesn't like to be on camera too much for some reason. Unless he's hiding in the background. It seems a little more comfortable for him back there. But we should now have basically the skeleton of a song in a single take. Which, if you watch this, normally I sort of cut corners on that and just loop things and build a song out of them that way. And of course, this is going to result in the recording having a lot of hiss and noise, and it's picking up the creak on the chair, and it's picking up the fan noise from the computer, and thankfully no planes flew overhead. That happens sometimes. So, can be pretty content with that. I'm just going to take this, set those all to there, and now this should just be there are noise filtering things you can get. I'm just going to leave it in. I'm leaving it in there. Now, before we do anything else, we're going to do something slightly unfamiliar. Well, I don't know what the right word for it would be. Oh, that's this? Canada Dry Ginger Ale. Old classic. Did I mention I'm from Canada? So, what I want to try to do now is find the spots where the different sections are, and see if we can there's one. So we're just going to separate that. Now we're gonna go should be right here. Okay, yep. Till here. Make another little. And now I'm going to take this part and I'm going to turn it green. And now we go back through. And there's the next one. So it was right about here. Oh yeah, that's right. And there was another little section in here. Right there. So this will get turned green as well. And so we get to make another spot right here. And we'll turn this a different shade of blue, or no, it's kind of a purpley color. There we go. And I think this is oh no, wait, there is another. There it is. And I think that's. There we go, okay. And we'll make this one green. There. Oop. Now we can leave that there for now. So now when we look at the timeline of this, we can clearly see which section, I'm pointing at the I'm pointing at the screen again. We can clearly see which section is which, so that when we go in with other instruments to play over top of this, we don't have to keep count of how many times we played one part before it jumps to the next. We can see a clear visual indication. And so let's have a look at OBS. What's OBS doing? Okay. All right. It's also technically diet ginger ale, so it's made with all kinds of chemicals you can't pronounce. And for the amount of sugar that's in, the amount of sugar they put in Canada Dry, there, you really gotta wonder. Okay, now we come over here, and we're gonna add another track. We probably just do this from this screen for now. And we're gonna set this to 2. And I'm gonna set this to just no input. There. Turn that one off. And so now just gently I sort of came up with a bass line earlier, but I haven't actually listened to the 2 parts combined yet, so this is going to be a bit of a guess. Let's see how... I just want to listen to it first, see what we got. Let's try that again, see? Okay, I think I got something that works here. And so, we're gonna see how much of that we can get in one, in one go again. Bring the sine wave up a little bit. And I suppose the bass will come in on this. Well, the other thing, we should probably check this one. So. Okay, so, and what was the? Okay, so it was that note. And so we're just gonna start from the top and see how much of this we can get. Just zoom in here a little. There was nothing wrong with that take, but my headphones are... There we go, okay. Temporarily lost the sound. Is there a particular point where I became dissatisfied with that one? I'm going to take it from there. So from the part where this changes over. Start here. Oops. My transition point was not at the right spot. There, okay, so we'll just need to pull this back, put this over here. And again, so we're just going to start a few bars back and then punch in. Cool. Let me pull the cord on this end here. Leave that on the ground. So just gonna sort of move these around a bit so that our editing yeah, well, we'd be rocking and strolling all night long. And part of every day. Now that we have that, let's just isolate the bass for a second. What do we got? Okay. I think Kiss are a mediocre band at best, but boy do I not like Gene Simmons. And their best song is that disco song. I'm sure everyone agrees. Now I definitely want to keep that that thumping sound in the track. It kind of has like a, it's like a foot stomp, or just like it just holds the beat. So if we add more drums later, I don't know what they would be. Well, I mean, they wouldn't be anything too unusual, I suppose. Of course, if we wanted to add a solo, the obvious place would be the purple section. I think this this part here, after the first green section, also be a good spot for it. Okay, before I do anything else, I'm just going to create a duplicate of this track. That'll save me some time later. So if I want to do more than one electric guitar, I can just call that up. Because for this one, we're going to put some reverb on it. In fact, a lot of reverb on it. Because Shiva is in fact the reverb of Final Fantasy summons. I think we can all agree on that. Ifrit is distortion, Ramu is a drum machine, and Shiva's reverb. Everybody agrees, you know. Size down a little. We're just trying to get like a really nice rich Okay, so I'm going to start this one from, well, we'll call it a verse. We'll call it the second verse. And we'll go in with this. Could have started that a little later. In a bit so I see it clear. Doesn't sound as good on the chorus. For the chorus, we'll play something a little different. We'll just sort of go. That'll probably sound all right. Yeah. No, that wasn't great. We'll try something else. Let's just play it a couple times, see what we come up with. stumble there, didn't like that. Alright, so now let's just, again, just adjust these points here so that, no, I wanted that a little early, so you don't hear the transition as badly. And then, again, over here, it's actually not, it's actually decent. No, wait, how did that go? I just want to see how clean that sounds. Okay. I'm going to swap over here to the other instrument, or the other guitar. And so, what is that? That really ought to be this. How does that sound over this? Okay, so I'd probably place something fairly simple over the purple section. And we can sort of go into a more... Still think this scale should work over this part, I feel like. Does that work? Does that... Again, let's back this up. Okay. The second part of this is going to be quick. Alright, I think I know how this is going to go. So, let's dress up the tone a little bit here. Let's go with a short delay. Okay, now let's head it. I'm going to cut that off before we get into that last part. This should just stop right about there. All right. Now we bring in the old classic Session Dry Kit. My personal favorite of the drum sample libraries. If it ever loads. Okay. This back here. Actually, let's take those out entirely. Okay, that's a nice, very soft, kind of gentle, kind of drum pattern. And that will go, let's see. Alright, kinda got quiet for a while there. So if we go back in here, listen to this. I'm sort of thinking here if it needs anything else, and I don't think it does. I think that's pretty much, that's pretty much a song for the most part. Mix seems to be going decently well. If there's nothing else to add, then it's time to switch over to the good headphones. So now we're going to go over here to our master track. Okay, so I'm going to sort of focus in this area right here, because this is where kind of all the stuff is happening. Okay. Well, it's only 20 after 9, and I think we have a song. So, what I think we're going to do is I'm just going to quickly export all this and then just open up a new file or a new project, and we'll just make some noise, some racket, some just sounds. In fact, for the rest of this, I'm going to break out the keyboard and we're going to make some synthesizer noises. I think that'll be a fun thing to do. But before we get into any of that, I'm going to start. First of all, I'm going to put this back up to there. And then we're going to select our area here, which is going to be here-ish. Like so. Up until around here. Oh, and also, before I forget, this is going to save me a lot of trouble later. I'm going to rename all of these. So this is just going to be kick, acoustic, bass, solo, and drums. There. And now the part that doesn't show up on stream because OBS. This rendered track. All individual. Well, master first, I suppose. And then just export that. This is going to be a little time consuming. Which is why I'm going to get this started and then probably sneak off for a bathroom break. If this ever gets going. If you don't mind. I am running a lot of programs all at the same time, and my computer is quite old, so... Just for now, just gonna... And alright, I'll be back in just a moment. There, while you wait, here's a cat. Okay, hang on, while it's doing that... Okay, so the computer is recognizing the keyboard, that's good. Let's see if we can... I may be pushing my luck here, but I'm going to see if I can launch this. That's actually working with surprisingly little difficulty, and just being a bit slow about it. Oh, wow. Just popped right up. Okay. So we're just gonna hop into here. I had this set up a while ago. Let's go window capture, create new. Okay. There we go. Yeah, now let's just shrink that down a little. And Ableton is still doing its thing in the background, but I want to see if we can... Oop. This thing gets a little unruly sometimes. Encoding, oh my god, this thing's taking forever. But anyway, while that's still working, this is a simple FM synthesizer. And the long and short of it is that this is kind of the... This isn't exactly the same as like the Sega Genesis sound chip, but it's built on the similar principle. So we should be able to get some fun little electro farts out of this thing. So if we take this and turn this up. I think if you played any amount of Sega Genesis, you should start to recognize some of these sounds. Okay, how's Ableton doing? Still going. I'll try to... Oh, there it goes. Okay, so like this thing's finally finished with that. So let's go new live set, save changes to untitled. Do not. So let's hope I saved all that correctly. We're going to quit out of Fluctus for now. Because I do need to spend more time with that and kind of learn how to use it. That was Windows. Did that go away completely? I'm probably doing awful things here to my computer trying to get all this stuff running at the same time. And I noticed my follower count went down. I think one of my followers might have got banned. Was probably a graphic artist of some sort, I would assume. Okay, so I deactivated that. So I'm going to play with a different thing now. This is sort of a new thing. Just drop my sampler over here. And then I go into my sample folder. I got this thing. Here it is. So one of the other things I've been doing lately is I've been working on a I've been working on a commission for a project that required me to have orchestral sounds. So I downloaded a big library of different orchestra samples. And so now, if ever a song needs a string section, we've got... Let's turn the release down a little, so... There we go. The sensitivity is a little high on that. So I believe this is the actual note that was recorded. And so kind of the further you get away from that note, the weirder it starts to sound. Same thing if we go down really low. And so, yeah, that's kind of been, after grabbing the FM synthesizer, this has kind of been my newest toy, is just playing with different orchestral sounds. If I go into the folder here, we got brass, keys, percussion, strings, VCSO1 percussion, I don't know what that is, woodwinds, let's go into woodwinds, and we'll swap this out for a flute. And so we got vibrato, staccato, sustained, and sustained with vibrato. Let's just go sustain and drop that right in there. Turn it up a little. And again, much like the other one, if you go too high or too low, it kind of stops sounding like a flute. Flutes have a natural range that if I were a classically trained composer, I would know what it was, and you'd stay within that range. How does that tune go again? No. I can't remember. The old Canadian National Wildlife Foundation, those commercials they used to put on when we were kids. It doesn't matter. Now again, if we switch into here, keys, organ, upright NR1, I don't know what that is. Upright piano, let's see. Loud, quiet, loud organ. What's the loud organ sound like? Okay, never mind. What's the quiet organ sound like? Oh, they said quiet, they weren't kidding. organ's not too exciting compared to what I was expecting anyway. The brass, drop in some French horn here. And yeah, so that's been kind of fun to play with. And then if we come over here, I think it's one of these. No, not that one, not that one, not that one. No, not that one, man. People who make plugins always have funny names. This one doesn't seem to have its own. So this is a little different. This is essentially, there was an old synthesizer called a Mellotron. Would have been big like in, God, like back in the 60s and 70s. And it was basically a keyboard, and each key was connected to like a strip of tape. And so you would play like samples of instruments, but it was literally playing little pre-recorded tape samples. It was an analog sampler. Just want to bring this in to try and even out the velocity a little bit. And so, yeah, again, so. And then this has different. Where's the reverb? Turn that off. Yeah, there it is. And so, like, there's certain rock albums where you might recognize some of these sounds. I'm trying to find one that's here. Woodwinds. No, it wasn't woodwinds. I think it was just brass. Flute. Again, I realized the no, not all the way. So, if you listen, for instance, if I can remember how the tune goes, that is too much release. Yeah, so it was something like. Just turn it all the way off, I guess. No, it was definitely here. I don't know why the cutoff sounds so gnarly on that. But anyway, yeah. I'm trying to do Strawberry Fields, and it's not coming across, but that is absolutely the sound you hear at the beginning of Strawberry Fields, is the mellotron flute section. And there's choir men. Which, no, it's down here. And so you might recognize that one, Exit Music for a Film by Radiohead. And, oh crap, what was the other song that... There was another one, it's the Flaming Lips song that uses this sound as well. I think it's Are You a Hypnotist? Yeah. Where's that chord? That's it. And so that's kind of just another sort of way to get go back to strings. Slow down the attack a little. Slow down the release to go with it. And so that gives you more of a... It's still strings, but it's got like kind of a... like an old-timey feel to it. I think this also lets you add... whoop, too much. Yeah, so you can add some noise there so it sounds like the tape is a little worn out. What's this one? This vinyl noise, make it sound like an old scratchy record. Or like a low hum. But yeah. So, crap, what is a good... Just do something fairly simple, like say... Yeah, and so much like the original instrument, if you hold a note down for too long, the tape runs out and it just kind of cuts you off. So if we'll just play this. Because it was a strip of tape and not a loop. And it's fun, if you ever want to go like on YouTube, and they'll show people like taking apart mellotrons and like restoring them and stuff. And it's really interesting to see them in action because they're just so kind of primitive, but it really gets the job done. Anyway, yeah, so... Well, that sort of filled up the last half hour of the stream. So... Absolutely... Well, let's just remove that. Are you sure you want to remove... Yeah, for now. So... Yeah, thanks for coming by. Thank you for hanging out with me, for all the kind words and chatting and keeping me company. And I'll be back tomorrow afternoon with the Sunday chill screen. And this is something going to be kind of fun. I've been sort of thinking of doing this for a while, but we're going to start it tomorrow. It's going to be the ranking of the Tetrises. As at this point, I have not quite, but almost 20 different versions of Tetris just on emulator. And I'm going to start going through them, and I'm going to sort of just evaluate the differences between the different versions of Tetris. And that's going to be my new sort of occasional project. Obviously, there are so many more than 20 versions, and I've been trying to collect as many different ones as I can. But yeah, so that's going to be... And I'm going to do something else. It's not going to be the entire stream, but I'm going to start ranking Tetris games on stream tomorrow, and yeah, and then I'll be back on Tuesday with some more Castlevania, Aria of Sorrow. I'm really excited to get back to that. That's going to be super fun. And yeah, that's going to be me for a while. So again, thanks for coming by, and I'll see you around.